Well, this is a day I was not expecting, but I guess I could do with it. I got a lot of ass fucking homework to do, so. And it's all online, so don't worry about me. But I think I should come clean. Not completely, but. Uh, it's just been rough, you know, and it's nothing terrible. It's just been kind of rough, you know. You get to see some of your friends come and go, sadly, and you know, it's just rough some these years. And no, I'm not upset or anything, none of that. I have just gotten into another group chat with my friends, so this isn't gonna be good, but I am gonna tell you what is going on with that. And I might tell you pretty much maybe what I'm doing tomorrow. Even though tomorrow's not Valentine's Day. But yeah, let's get this shit started. Hey guys, let's see here. Apparently, don't worry, I'm stumbling a little bit, not too much. Don't worry, I'm gonna go back to my iconic first ways I say hello in my videos, so don't get a little concerned why I've been saying that since the new year, so yeah, or last year, but yeah, pretty much, today's Monday, I know that for sure, but apparently now it's been a couple hours now since the day. Well, not a couple hours, but pretty much now it's been a few minutes, so pretty much I have now just gotten a text from my bestie Erica now, and I gotta see what's going on because this has been really crazy, and I don't like so much drama between my friends. I just like to get things over with, even if I'm not in a bad mood. Well, not in a bad mood. Even if I'm not in a good mood, I try to, not get so mad, but yeah, I'm going to basically see what in the world is going on. So, from what I can read, I'm not going to say the text messages out loud, but I'm going to see so far what is going on. Oh boy. Okay, she has been just leaving a lot of voicemail, so I'm sorry if you guys will get to hear her. You actually get to hear her voice, but please just don't come at her if she's saying something a bit bad or something. Don't come at her. Don't come, saying this negative things or saying like, why are you saying that and stuff, because this has been like a situation I've been dealing with in high school, so it's not something new to me, but it's probably new to you guys because I've just joined it like YouTube last year in October, so I did not started vlogging in high school because I feel like it was not a great time, and the fact that it was during the pandemic, so it was pretty much not a good time, and plus I had to focus more on school and not too much of drama at with my friends there. So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna choose a different day, and probably in the future or in a couple years I'll probably obviously get on here, so yeah. But look, now we're in 2023. I'm finally my brand new better self, and I'm vlogging, so let's hear what this is going on. Just a disclaimer, that's it.
Yeah, I'm a pretty bitch as always. And I'm that petty.
um I don't know if you guys could hear that or if you could tell what she said, but I'm gonna play it back again because I got good hearing, but sometimes not her speech, but sometimes the way she says some words, sometimes I wouldn't understand, sometimes I will, but I don't like to judge people on how they speak. I don't like doing that, so I'm just gonna repeat that right now.
Yeah, I'm a pretty bitch as always. And I'm that petty.
Okay, now I know what has been going on.
Okay, nigga. Keep talking dirty, I got you. Keep talking.
Sorry guys. Apparently, pretty much now, as what I'm reading is now my friends are pretty much arguing again, like they did before the pandemic and when I was dating. Which honestly, she's not gonna argue why I broke up with him, but yeah, I'm just gonna see what's going on. Okay, I don't know why she said it twice. She said hi like twice now. I mean, I'm glad she miscalculated a bit. So far she's typing now. Apparently I'm trying to see what else is going on. Weird. Okay, let me check her story. I mean, there's got to be some issues. So far, nothing yet. But I'm going to see what she has to say. Sorry if I'm a little quiet, guys. I'm just trying to text her back because I don't want to get lost between what I want to say on video and what I want to say by text, so I don't want to get so confused with this. Pretty much, this is not looking well. It's like here I am coming to save this argument, I mean, I try not to like exaggerate too much. I'm going to see what else she said because I actually have not checked it for the past few minutes since I woke up. So yeah, I'm gonna pretty much look right now if she said anything else on Instagram because I have not checked it. And that's where mostly I check to see if you guys are texting me on there or not. Well, only not every single day, but only unless if I'm completely free and stuff, which you guys obviously could tell by my activity on there. So yeah, I'm going to see what else. Okay, I don't see anything so far, but I'll get back to it, but yeah. Besides that, apparently, I honestly just haven't been enjoying too much this huge argument I had with my friends since I was in high school, I mean, it's been pretty annoying. Well, it's not annoying having friends there. It's not annoying talking to them. It's just more annoying when they start fighting or they not physically, but they start verbally arguing and stuff, which some people would understand what I'm talking about because they've gone through it. They've experienced it. They've, always put up with it, which I've sadly had to put up with it throughout the years. And I just didn't like to come clean and tell my friends why I sometimes don't want to answer them. Sometimes when they talk about maybe a smallest problem or like a huge problem about something. And yeah, it's just been a little tough. Not too tough. But yeah, pretty much now it's been okay. I've been okay since after high school. I'm still in contact with my friends in high school. I would never betray them. I would never ghost them or anything. There's some of my friends are kind of busy these days. So if some of them would notice I'm not texting them or I'm not saying hi to them or anything, it's because I know some of their schedules. I wouldn't know the whole complete weekend, the whole month's calendar. No, I would just know what day exactly they're busy, and I would be like, okay, I'll get back. Okay, we could talk tomorrow. That kind. But mostly these days now, I'm mostly talking a little bit with my friends in college because these days I have lots of homework online. I don't have much in person, but I always usually would have to like talk to them about hey, like what kind of problem you got from algebra. But since some of them are taking like different classes than me, so I gotta like help them also as well. I don't do much of it. I would just help them with the question and that's it, because there are some classes I've taken from college that I've taken in high school, and so there were some I didn't need to take that had to do with my career basically. Some of it might have to do a bit with my career, but there's some that doesn't inquire or include pretty much what I want to do with my career. So this it's just basically math, but yes, I mean, I've had many troubles in the past with math as a child and as a teenager, but you know, at the end, throughout the end, I got through with it. I passed, but now college math is really different than high school math. It just honestly feels like to me they're mixed together between high school and a college, and that basically is what has confused me last year, which was during not the year after this year, but it was like 2021, because mostly I started that freshman year and I honestly was just lost about what kind of math material I was learning. And then when they mentioned a bit about math I learned in high school, I was like, okay, I know this, but why are they bringing this back up? It's just gonna confuse this subject more and more. And the more I'm trying to do some of these problems, the more it's gonna be confusing. So honestly, I'm like, yeah, I'm just honestly gonna basically try to get through with it, try to pass a little. But since there are many classes that are the ones I'm trying to take, but there's some that are just, so busy and stuff, I gotta now, like, I gotta apparently now just completely finish it right away. Obviously, get some help with it, get some tutoring, all of that. But if I'm struggling a lot, I would have to use online textbooks, which I wish they would have just regular textbooks in person in college. But I'm honestly disappointed that they don't, because maybe there's some that do, but there's some that require for my class that don't, and they all are online, which I'm not saying any textbooks online is terrible. It's completely okay. It's just that it can be sometimes frustrating when you're trying to actually practice a problem and you probably pretty much don't know it. And so you're like, which is correct? Am I doing the steps right? So that's pretty much a struggle I'm dealing with now in algebra in college now, which has not been fun. And don't judge me, guys. I've been really good at math since I was a child, so now as an adult it's very difficult, because there's just more complicated math problems I wouldn't understand. There's some I would, but there's some I wouldn't, solve right away. There'd be mostly a lot, and it's not fun. It just gives me a headache, and at this point, it's sometimes just irritating. Okay, guys, it's now been a few past 10 minutes or 20 or so, but I finally have literally ended this huge issue with my friends, and they've been just arguing and that's it. But honestly, it's just been too much. It's been wild since day one. Some people had to get involved in it, some of my friends had to, and then mostly some would just ignore it, and so I'm like, yeah, honestly, it just makes perfect sense that, like, completely sense why, apparently I gotta sometimes stay out of these situations mostly. But yeah, I mean, I like to help my friends, even with my bestie who was recently out of that breakup in 2020 or 2021, I think, or 2019, I can't really remember. I still helped her out with that. So yeah, there's nothing new about it. And now she's happier than ever. She's in another new relationship, which honestly I hope it just works out, because I'm sad to see if it doesn't work out. So yeah, apparently it's been okay so far. I'm about to get started heading to campus now. And I'm sorry about my lamp. I just didn't feel like opening my curtain right now since it's daytime. So yeah, I guess I will see you in a bit. Okay, it is now. The lights are in, and yes, I've got some results and a bit of news from after a few more minutes ago. So yeah, apparently now I've cleared the whole mess up, and honestly, I don't know what's up with my friend here. My bestie's okay. There's nothing wrong. She's not doing anything wrong. I just don't understand what's going on with my friend here, who's a guy. I don't know what's going on with him, and honestly, I at this point can't do anything for him. Honestly, I'm just gonna have to say that, and I don't mean it in a rude way or a harsh way, but like, I've helped him multiple times. Okay, I've helped him since like 2019, and this is the last time I'm gonna help him. The final time I'm not gonna help him, because no, he needs to think for himself, like as an adult, and how irritating it is if somebody's trying to help you, but if you don't receive the help, you're not gonna get any good help from that. Which I hate saying the word help. I don't really hate saying it, I just don't like repeating the word. And so now, I've told him multiple times, you need to think about what you say. Because honestly, at this point, he was really trying to like offend and pretty much say a bunch of swears and a bunch of slurs and stuff. So honestly, I was like, yeah, this is the type of behavior I don't want to see my friends put up with, because it does hurt. It does make me a little upset to see that, but mostly it'd make me mad, because honestly, I just don't like to see both of my best friends argue, and I'm not going to take sides, I don't like taking sides. It just feels unfair, so I don't take sides. Unless if it's something different, in a different kind of topic, I would do that, but just 1% of it. But if it's something else, I wouldn't honestly want to do it. And so I told my bestie, if he's still going to act like that still, like, just don't get in contact with them, which is what I did, because he tried saying a few bit of, not slurs, but he tried to say a few bit of things towards me, and it wasn't slurs or anything bad, it was just some negative things, and that's it. And saying like, oh, my life is worthless, something like that, or like, oh, you're just friends with her because you just like the way she talks. I'm like, no, that's not the reason why I became best friends with her. It's many different reasons, and it has nothing to do with negative or, race or anything. None of that. I don't judge, again, like I always say, I don't judge a book by its cover. I don't judge a single page of it, or an appearance, which honestly represents, like, how a person would look like. But yeah, honestly, it's just irritating how I have to keep doing this, since, sadly, I have been putting up with this since middle school. And it's not the same group of people, or the same friends I had back in middle school. It's a bit more different, and a bit more challenging, So in middle school, I would sometimes help my friends if they were especially arguing. They wouldn't physically fight, because it's middle school, there's a lot of teachers there, and they obviously need to control a lot of the kids, And so in middle school, I would just have to help one of my friends get out of like a messy situation, or like a huge argument with another friend. Or if it's about a teacher, I get it, because honestly, I don't hate teachers as myself, since I originally wanted to be one, but I don't really hate some. There's some out there who get on my nerves mostly, or who just don't respect my kind, and not my kind, but my race, and my friends' race, because at the end of the day, it just feels like they're the bad guy in the picture, and we're not. Because honestly, sometimes some teachers would just think, oh, you're gonna be lazy, stuff like that. And honestly, I just try not to listen to the negative comments from those type of kind of teachers. So I would respect more teachers who honestly helped me a lot and got me through this shitty past year in 2020. So yeah, I would love to thank all of the teachers for that. But yeah, anyways, I told my bestie, like, it's okay, I'm here for you, as long as you guys don't argue so much. If you guys just argue too much and you guys don't have anything to fix this issue by yourselves, then you guys shouldn't be friends, or shouldn't be in contact anymore. Especially if he has this kind of attitude towards people, or like this kind of like behavior, probably. I mean, with some people, he's not mostly too much like this. He's not too much with this attitude. He's just mostly with like, I guess he's different than me and my friend, I guess. But yeah, I'm not so sure. I don't know too much about my friend. I know him a little bit, not too much, because of high school, and yeah. And since the pandemic came, unfortunately, I was unfortunately not able to help any of my friends because I had to focus more on like what I wanted to do in life and stuff in general. But since with that pandemic going on, it was just way too much for me to handle. So I was like, no. And so now, um, my friend is just texting right now. My bestie's texting me. I'm just honestly trying to ignore this guy here because honestly, it's just been too much every year. I feel like he's just causing drama, you know, because some people just fucking love causing drama, and mostly it can just be annoying mostly, but I could see why some of my friends like to do that, and then some that basically just don't want anything to do with it or just don't want to even know anything about it. So I'm like, yeah, I see why some of my friends would just, yeah, give up right away or not talk to them. I would see why, you know, but at this point, I'm just not going to talk to my other friend anymore. I'm not gonna, I guess I'm gonna ghost him even though I don't enjoy ghosting people, you know, so I'm just going to instead now just completely ignore him, even if he's in a bad mood, because I'm not going to deal with that guy anymore. And I honestly just don't like the way he's just talking towards my friends. I'm like, yeah, I don't enjoy it. I've helped you many times, but if you're not going to change, if you're not going to do anything that's going to help you improve more, then why even be friends with her anyways to begin with? Because honestly, at first you guys start dating, then you guys break up, get back together. It's like an on and off relationship. And now she's in a new relationship and she's happy, and I'm so happy for her. I'm still not jealous. I've never been jealous of anybody in my friends. Only just two people, and that was it. And I'm mostly more happy for her because she sadly has to deal too much with behind outside of school after graduation happened. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, honestly, I just feel like instead maybe it's best you just not stay in contact with him anymore, you know? So yeah, I've explained it too much in this video now because it's now been just irritating. So anyways, guys, I am going to pretty much end here because I'm annoyed at this point, and I'm not annoyed making this video. I was never annoyed with it. I'm mostly just pretty much annoyed with the same drama over and over again that I have to talk to my friends about. My other group of friends, they're okay. They sometimes don't want to cause trouble, mostly. And the ones who I hang out the most whenever, since some of them have like birthdays, obviously, well, pretty much since second grade, I've known them. They, of course, try not to make any problems, especially since back in the past, they usually used to argue a lot. And yeah, I didn't enjoy. Honestly, when I was little, I didn't honestly enjoy the way those two would just argue. It just feels like it would just look like who's the dumbest and who's the smartest. That's what it would look like to me as a kid. This is why honestly I didn't like to say anything about it. And now, years later, I honestly just wanted to get that off my chest. So yeah. And so now, anyways, guys, apparently I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna be okay after this video ends and after this day. But yeah, obviously, I hope now he understands what's going on, even in the situation, even if my bestie did nothing about it, because at this point, I wouldn't say I don't trust him, I just don't trust about what he says. That's all I don't trust him about, and that's it. Only just what he talks about and what he says, and that's it. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm sick of it at this point. And I could tell she is too. Like, she's also pissed off with me. Not with me, but mostly with that. And she comes to me and tells me everything, what her side of the story and his side of the story, and I'm like thinking, so he's just lying, because he did that to me last year. He lied to me about my bestie and I not being friends anymore. She's gonna ghost me. She's not gonna like listen to me anymore. And I'm like, I thought that was actually what she said. Like, oh, she's not gonna talk to me, you know. I'm just gonna leave her the fuck alone, you know. And so I was kind of a little hurt when he told me that. This was about a year ago. So this is pretty much something you guys didn't know about. But apparently, and so I tried to get in contact with her. There were some days she couldn't answer because she's working or doing school mostly. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna let her focus in her life. So yeah. But then one day, in that year ago. Apparently, she answered and she explained it to me what she had to say. And she pretty much wasn't mad at me. She understood that I'm growing up, you know, like I'm doing adult stuff basically. Not the kind of inappropriate dirty adult stuff, none of that. It has nothing to do with that. It's pretty much, you know, basic stuff like getting a job, driving around, doing some errands, hanging with friends, which sadly I've never done too much in a while, or mostly just hanging with parents, and that's it. And so I'm like, yeah, it just makes sense. Profundously makes sense. But I'm like, yeah, as long as they are okay at the end, since I've had this stupid argument over and over again for the past 4 years, I just hope now they settle it all up, because honestly it's just been annoying. And hopefully he understands his lesson about why I am not going to even get involved with any type of, like, you know, any kind of like arguments with my other friends, because it's just been annoying, you know, and I just can't, like, at all take it anymore. So yeah, I'm not upset about it. I'm mostly pissed off that it just kept going and going, you know. So I'm like, yeah, but yeah, I am going out.